In Vietnamese, it means iron land. There are thousands of bombs that haven't gone off yet. Haven't gone off yet. Hundreds, 100,000, 200,000 people since we exited that place have died because of these things that subsequently, post-war, explode. Now, and these were some of the things, obviously, that carried their agents and so on and so forth. And Charlie, I can assure you, was very deathly afraid of President Johnson's bombing adventure, because they feared those bombs, and rightfully so. Now, does it affect our people? You're darn right it does. And we don't forget. But what's scarier, the Vietnamese people, in their heritage, their offspring, their children, are special to them. And I mean, they're special to us too, but I'm talking about their old ways and how they see things. Hundreds of thousands of children, after the study was done, were not even brought forward because they were so hideous looking, some with even genitalia on their face. That's what this Agent Orange was responsible for. Horrific stuff, horrific stuff. And funny thing is, it's not gonna go away for a long, long time. So yes, we suffer. We brought it home. We brought it within our structures, and you know, we share it with our families and our children, and the effects of PTSD and the Agent Orange. We share that with our families. It destroys a lot of families. But if you think about what these poor people have to deal with over there, I don't know. And there's lawsuits. There's been lawsuits. I got some figures on lawsuits, and I think I spoke about this, what the protocol was for laying a claim for the effects of Agent Orange. And the amount of monies, I think there was 57,000 cases that were granted as positive and say, yes, you are suffering from this and you are entitled to this. And I think it was like 57,000. And the average amount, get this now, the average amount of the settlement of the lawsuit was $3,800. I have to put more than that when I lease a car. So there's so many uglies to this whole situation that it's just worth taking a few moments of your day to get into a computer and take a look at this stuff. And you know, I guess what I'm saying is there has to be a better way, but we can't let these veterans go unrecognized for what they did, what they endure now. We can't. That's why this memorial to me is so important. It's so important because this is what we have to give honor to. I mean, this is a very, very, very important thing. And I urge you, and I beg you, at every chance and at every turn in the road that you can, help me, help Casimiro, and help all those people involved with it, and Senor Rivera, to make this a reality, because we need to get it done. Now, I had mentioned some pretty famous people in the opening things, such as President Kennedy, President Johnson, Martin Luther King, some of the people, giants, and God. I wish we could still have them now, because it would be amazing to see what they could accomplish. But I want to leave you with one more famous individual. He was one of my favorite, and He was a musician by trade and a damn good one. He has touched the lives of millions and millions in 2 different worlds, and it still lives on today. And I'm speaking about John Lennon of the Beatles. And I believe wholly in his philosophy of give peace a chance. Let's see if it works. We need to do that, so we don't have to have ceremonies like this and try to raise money for memorials. Let's keep them alive, and we won't have to do that. I got one more thing that I want to share with you before I leave, because I like to leave things on a positive note. I have a picture, if you can see that, of a dog. Now, I love this thing. This makes, I want to go and get him. The canine's name is Brutus, a military canine at McClure, Fort McClure. He's huge, he's part boxer and part British bull, and tops the scale at 200 pounds. His handler took the picture. Brutus is running towards him. As you can see him here, there's saliva coming out of his mouth. And people that would see this thing would say, my God, this dog is rabid. But what it was is milk bones. He loves milk bone treats. So he slobbers away. In fact, this guy says he had to duck behind a tree because he was afraid that he was going to knock him over by giving him his treats. But I'll tell you the story around him. Now, Brutus won the Congressional Medal of Honor last year for his tour in Iraq. His handler and 4 other soldiers were taken hostage by insurgents. Brutus and his handler communicated by sign language. Imagine that. I have trouble with English. This dog speaks sign language. And he gave Brutus the signal that meant, go away, but come back and find me. He came back later, quietly tore the throat out of one guard at the door and another guard at the other door. He then jumped against one of the doors repeatedly where the guys were being held and in an old warehouse until it opened. He went in, untied his handler, and they all escaped. He is the first canine to receive this honor. If he knows you're okay, he's a big old lug, but if he knows you're the enemy, that's another story. It's my story of Brutus. With that, I'd like to say I thank you so much for being here. I hope I didn't bore you too much to death. I appreciate you giving me this time of your day, and I want to say to all of you that serve, thank you for your service. God bless our veterans, and God bless the United States of America. Gracias. Muchísimas gracias. Okay. That's it.
Thank you very much, Angelo. Wasn't this a very heart-moving talk? I didn't know much about PTSD. The only thing I know is basically what I read, but to have this disease articulated by someone that's been there, done it, and experienced it, it really puts the focus where it needs to be put. And I appreciate that talk, Angelo, and God bless you. You know, it will not be the last time you'll share that experience. Yes. Any questions?
Yes.
I was curious what you think, because war has existed forever, right?
Yes.
I don't think the wars are going to go away. I don't think that do you think that PTSD can be eliminated, reduced? What can be done to help, or is it inevitable?
Well, I'll tell you what. My feeling is this, all right? And I'm one of those that I am so happy to receive that treatment. I say, and with fingers crossed and my hands to God, I hope so, because it's helped me. Have you seen me years ago? I mean, if you said hello to me and I was not in the mood, you risked getting hurt, because that's how bad it was with me. You don't sleep, and let's just take the insomniac, the person that doesn't sleep. You can't go too many days or a week without sleep, because it will affect you. Sooner or later, something that's bothering you, the very fact that you can't sleep, and your coworker at work says, "Oh my God, nice shoes. Where did you get them?" There goes a spark, and it can start something. So, to answer your question, yeah, I believe there is hope for PTSD.
What you're saying is that there is post-treatment. There's nothing to avoid it.
I wish I could answer that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wish I could answer that. Again, I can only tell you about my own
You
experiences.
don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But,
And
I remember they had to wake me up with a broom.
oh yeah,
They had to wake me up with a broom, literally. They had
Yeah.
to poke the broom and hit me to wake me up, because I went off one time.
Yeah.
You don't know you're doing it, but it's...
Because not all veterans get it. Some do and some don't. Anyway,
You just don't know. Some of your reactions, you may not know. I don't consider, I was a veteran, I don't consider myself having these problems. But I do remember them having hit me with a broom. I remember waking up in cold sweats. I remember in the steel plant, when the BOF went out, I hit the ground because I thought it was incoming.
oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah, those
these
are-
things that you're how could I say, they're reflexes that are uncontrollable. It's all of a sudden it happens, and you get a chill.
And that's one of the symptoms. Once you get it, and even a reminder of the incident. There have been studies where women that got raped, and I mean, you don't have to be a soldier to get PTSD. You can get police officers suffer with it, first responders, that kind of stuff. And there was a study with a woman who got raped, and she picked up a newspaper a month later and read about a rape that took place within her community, and that triggered it again. So it's something new. It's in the genesis, and they're obviously they realize that it's important because they're giving it a lot of money, and when the government gives a lot of money for something, it's obviously pretty important.
And I mentioned when I went to the wall.
Yes.
You know, I told him, we were talking before, I went to the wall and watching with my wife, and I lost it. I broke down, I couldn't go, I cried, she was holding my arm, hugging me, I just couldn't go through it. All I did was walk over there, and there it was, and that was it.
It is a difficult thing, and I got to tell you something. I've not been to it and won't go. I will not go. And I'm one of those guys. I mean, I was 31 years old, believe you me, and I lived in Western New York all my life before I went and saw Niagara Falls. I will not go see the wall. I've heard that it actually weeps, and it's so,
It's just strong.
Yeah.
I mean, to people that been.
Thank you for your question.
Very strong.
That's good. Thanks very much again, Angelo.
Yes, sir.
Very, very good question that you posed, Noemi. I think when you look at something like this, and you look at how can it be avoided or how can it be prevented, the only answer I think is that no more wars. But a very good question. Angelo, again, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for being here this afternoon. And look on www.hispanicheritage.wny.org for a list of events during the month. Thank you.
All I want to know what you talked about.
Are you related to him? Oh, you're his famous brother? So you lost a brother? You didn't tell me that, Ken.